Hello guys, I'm Caleb Grant. This is my guitar. I call it the white one, and it is a custom-made version or an interpretation of a Fender Stratocaster. And let me just start with a little history about the guitar itself. I've been playing guitar about 2 years. So about a year after I started playing, I started wanting an electric guitar. And at that time, I was listening to a lot of Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, John Mayer, and guys like that. And they all played Stratocasters. So that's what I wanted. And I was thinking about an American Standard Stratocaster. They're super expensive and not really that great of a guitar. And I started hearing about this local guy that built Telecasters, which is another Fender guitar. And I asked him if he could build a Strat, and he said yeah. So we met up and exchanged information and talked about what kind of guitar I wanted and the specs and stuff. And we came up with this guitar, and he built it in his garage. And I use it for everything that I do. But I'll just start with the spec rundown. The wood of the body that's underneath all this white lacquer it's called alder, and it's a lighter wood with a really thick tone. And he made these body contours, these curves right here, with a sander in his garage by hand. So it's got an alder body, and then we wanted like an Olympic white with kind of a bluish color, so we went with Olympic white and a blue hue nitrocellulose lacquer, the real kind. So it's super smooth and it ages beautifully. We've got the white pickguard, parchment pickguard actually, it looks older. We have all Fender Custom Shop gold hardware. This is what Stevie Ray Vaughan had on his guitar. Gray bridges, really pricey, but they're great bridges. Then we have our volume and tone knobs and the 5-way switch that controls the pickups. These are Seymour Duncan Antiquity Surf pickups, and they're really nice pickups. They cost me a lot of money, but this is where the sound comes from on the guitar, is these pickups. There's no sound out of this guitar if there's no pickups. So that's the body, and then on the back you have the string claws that hold the bridge on the body. Pretty standard, generic stuff. And we'll go to the neck. This is an African Indian rosewood fingerboard, which is, it's an African tree on a piece of wood. And these metal things that you see right here, here, and there, all up and down the neck, those are called frets, and that's what makes the notes. And we went with jumbo frets on there. They're easier for bending. A pretty simple neck, clay dye inlays. Then the back, this is pretty custom to this. Fender necks use nitrocellulose lacquer on their necks, and it makes them really sticky. This doesn't have that. It's just got like a really thin coat of like a glaze, and it's already starting to come off from like sweating and playing on stage. But this color is something that the guy that built this guitar designed. Usually they're like almost white necks. I wanted something that would contradict this body. And so we went with a darker neck. It's got a V in it like Eric Clapton. Your basic Fender headstock. It's got Fender Gold hardware, tuning keys, Fender Custom Shop, just like Stevie's. And then on the back, let me get closer so you can see. You see this neck plate? This is a neck plate that Coleman made. It says handcrafted by Coleman 9 for Mr. Caleb Grant, November 2013. So this guitar was born November 31st. And then up here on the headstock, I stole this from John Mayer. I signed my name before he lacquered over it, so it's stuck on there underneath the paint. It won't come off, which is really cool. And then you can see on the body, it's got sweat stains all over it from playing on stage and the lights, I sweat all over this guitar, so it's got sweat stains here. This black mark right here, I dropped it out of a guitar rack at one of my gigs. There's some other chips and stuff on it, but for the most part, that's it. This guitar, it's made me a lot of money, a lot of friends. It's what I do. This is going to take me a lot of places, so I'm super happy about this guitar. It's my most prized possession. And thank you guys for watching about my guitar. I appreciate it.